I recently did a podcast and I spoke to a guy called Adrian, and he reminded me of the true reality, if you like, the true way to create manifestation. And it's to do, funnily enough, during the podcast we talked about surfing, and for anybody that surfs, they will understand the process of getting out back. But something happens on the wave, and it's to do with the fact there's a struggle beforehand, but when you time it right and you pop and you're on that wave, it does it all for you. You're suddenly working in a synchronicity with this wave that does it all for you, and you literally are just a passenger being carried along. You are literally surfing. And one of the ways that this works is you have to understand, you have to be the energy. You have to generate the wave so that the wave can pick you up and carry you along. And what the turning point that clicked for me, that made the difference, is I was talking to him about a time in 2004 when I got arrested for theft. And in 2005 I was convicted. And shortly after that conviction I was made bankrupt. And then we started having a conversation when I realised how much I've achieved, how much I've done, how far I've come in that 20-year period. That if I could literally have sat in a room when I had been arrested and I was in that police cell, or half an hour before I was due in court, the day before, whatever, if I could have gotten a time machine and said, hey, David, this is what you're going to achieve in the next 20 years. There's two things I know without a shadow of a doubt. Knowing then what I know now, I'd have done it in half the time, and I would be 5 times further than where I am today, without a shadow of a doubt. The other thing is that guy would have been so excited. He would have been so proud. He would not have given a shit about what was going to happen the next couple of years, because he would have been so invested in who I'd become and what I was going to go on and achieve. All of the little successes, Tough Mudders, London to Paris bike rides, writing a book, training to become a care manager, training to become a hypnotherapist, having my own podcast, speaking to over 150 guests now, having my own YouTube channels, doing marketing for people with social media, helping people understand their brands, public speaking, speeches at weddings. All of these things, the confidence that were exuded out of me today that guy never had, the way that I now look at the world, and understanding, just looking at the things that made me successful, how I achieved that success, what I did. It was so simple. But that gratitude that I suddenly felt, that energy I suddenly felt, that realization of following passions and being confident enough to fail, because I realised that it's like, do you know, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Just keep going, keep trying. It's going to work out. It's going to take care of itself. And here I am today. And that's that true level of manifestation, is understanding where you've been successful and doing something about that success. Like, write down everything you've done well. Even if it's just I won a raffle at Christmas. So you have luck in your life. You've been lucky. Well, if you've been lucky once, you'll be lucky again. I passed an exam. I'd got an A in a test at school when I was 8. Right. So you A'd before. So you can do it again. It's repeatable. But when you actually write down things that have happened to you in your life that have been successful or been lucky, you realise there was a formula. And you start feeling good about that. And you start becoming grateful for where you are. It doesn't mean I'm finished. It doesn't mean you're finished. You might just be getting started. But make a note of everything you've done that's gone well in your life. All of those successes, and focus on those successes. Bring in that gratitude, like, wow. Because I realise, because of everything that happened, I'm a lucky bastard. I drive a nice car. I have a good job. I live at home with my mum, but I have a great house to live in, and I have a roof over my head, and I have my own office. My dog lives here, and it has 24 care and 24 attention, especially when I'm not here. My life is amazing. And it took a podcast and a conversation to talk about that and understand that with somebody. It doesn't mean I'm finished. It doesn't mean I've done everything I want to do. But I really understood, wow, everything I thought I wanted, I am doing right now. And if I could have gone back, like I said, and told that guy, tell him 20 years ago, this is where you're going to be today, he'd have been amazed. He'd have been so proud. And what it did in an instant moment, just like that, it stopped me bitching about where my life is today. Because I suddenly remembered that guy would have cut his left arm off, his right arm off, to have what I have today. And that's how well I am doing. My first world problems and bitching about my life when I've just come back from a 2-week holiday surfing in France and Spain, sunbathing in the Costa Brava down at Tossa de Mar, drinking beer on the beach, getting a suntan, then driving back up to France to do some surfing. Fucking hell. What a life. Yeah, I'm killing it. I am smashing it. And do you know why? Because I simply just recognised everything I have done, everything I have, and where that guy just wants, who that man was, and what he would, if he was listening to me talk today about what I'm doing and what I'm achieved, he just would be buzzing. He would be buzzing. He'd be walking into court with the biggest smile on his face. And the judge would be like, what the hell's going on here? And he would just be like, sorry, Judge, I can't explain it. But yeah, let's just get this over and done with, because it's going to turn out better than all right. It's going to be amazing. And it starts with little successes. Focus on those. Find a way to find something to be grateful for. What is the silver lining? And when you do that, you start realizing. And when you start to realize and you start to see it and you start to feel it, you build this energy, you build this wave. And that wave will pick you up and it will carry you. And that wave is the energy. And it's your energy, and you're the one that has to generate it. If you'd like to work with me on a one-to-one basis, please check out the link below and get in touch. I look forward to working with you.